Hello, how are you today?
I'm doing very well, Ashleigh. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Good. My name is Steve Kennedy. I live in County Fermanagh and I'm a member of the Dementia NI group in Enniskillen.
So, Stephen, obviously we're going through challenging times these days. There's been a big shift in everybody's life. COVID-19 has come onto everybody's doorstep. There's been a pandemic. A lot of things in life has changed. How's life been for you during the COVID-19 lockdown?
I found it a struggle mentally staying at home and being in lockdown, but my world revolves around my dogs. We go to shows all over Ireland, UK and all over Europe. Because of lockdown, we have no shows, certainly not for the rest of this year and possibly into next year so far. So we have no contact with anybody, and that show circle is also our friendship circle. So we have no socialization. I have no socialization with anybody, basically. I found lockdown very, very difficult.
Tell me a bit about your dogs then. What type of dogs have you got?
We breed and show currently Irish Terriers and Bedlington Terriers. We also have a Jack Russell, a Welsh Terrier as well. We show them all. The Irish Terrier, we've been very successful. We have a couple of European champions. We have 3 dogs qualified for the World Show, which should have gone ahead in April of this year. That was all cancelled. So that was something we were really, really looking forward to, because majority of breeders would breed all their life and show all their lives and never get 1 dog qualified. And I have 3 dogs qualified this year, but then the show goes and is cancelled. So we found that and it was an awful lot to the confidence, which these things happen.
Yeah, I think for everybody, no matter what their circumstances, everybody has been dealing with a lot of disappointment in their life, things that they've been
very much so,
to, things that had been planned for the future, and obviously this massive pandemic and this massive change has occurred. So a lot of people have had to reevaluate and change their way of doing things. So tell me a bit about how life has changed and how have you been dealing with that?
Well, I say because we're in lockdown, I haven't been socializing. I haven't been getting people. I'm just basically seeing my wife all day, every day, which is not the worst of things. Don't get me wrong, but you don't get to see family. Basically, I've been doing a few Skype calls with my brother who lives over in England. Carmel's family, my wife's family, live just up, and we would see them just on the road passing now and again, but obviously we can't go into each other's houses. But other than that, we're just in lockdown, the 2 of us here together all the time, 24/7.
So as we've spoken about, everybody's life has changed. We've all had to deal with new circumstances and to develop new coping strategies. But for you, you have the added pressure of actually having a diagnosis of dementia. So what are your coping strategies and how have you coped dealing with COVID-19 and having dementia on top of that?
Well, I was diagnosed actually in 2016. My life before that, for 35 years, I was a long distance lorry driver. I used to drive all over Europe, Asia, Middle East. And instantly, the day of my diagnosis, I lost my truck license. So since 2016, I've really thrown myself into my dogs. And I also have a few cattle here. And between the cattle and the dogs, it's helped me to keep my head stable, because I have to get up every day for the animals. I have to look after the animals. There's no point in lying in bed moping and thinking about things. So mentally, that is keeping me, because I'm out and about around the house every day and around the land. Put a few sheds for the cattle and stuff. So that is keeping me going. But the actual human contact side of things, I found very, very difficult. Not being able to talk to people and not being able to meet people. But I'm spending more and more time with the animals, to be honest. To be truthful, I'm talking away to them, but I haven't got a reply yet.
Very good. This might seem like a bit of a strange question, but has anything positive come out of your experience of lockdown?
Very much so. My positive, big positive in lockdown has been through Dementia NI, funnily enough. With the Zoom meetings and with the Facebook pages, I've got to know a lot of the members a lot more closely. I've formed some good friendships through the meetings. Now, even just the Facebook page, a lot of members I would cite, but when we meet up at different gatherings, we just say hello and basically that's it. Whereas now we're in more personal contact, we're actually phoning each other, we're meeting up and having chats with each other through Zoom. And then with the Zoom meetings organised by Dementia NI, we're having a lot more open contact with each other, and we've really got to know each other far, far better. So to me, that is a massive bonus to come out of the whole thing, to be able to meet people that are like-minded and not have to explain yourself when you're talking to people. Sometimes when I'd be talking, I would get mixed up and I forget things, especially as the day goes on and I become tired. I would definitely forget things and get mixed up, but I don't have to explain to anybody at the dementia meetings. And it's nice to make friends from different countries now and make genuine friends. So when we do get meeting together again, I know everything's going to be so much stronger and we're also so much closer. And I feel that it's definitely brought a lot of the members very much closer together.
It's good to hear. It's really nice. So you're talking about the Empower and Support Zoom meetings. Before lockdown, we would have met in friendly social gatherings in
Yes.
different halls or rooms throughout Northern Ireland. Now things have changed. We're meeting remotely through the internet, through the web, through Zoom. So explain a little bit more about those Empower and Support meetings through Zoom and what happens? What do you talk about?
Some of the meetings would looking at things we'd aim to do down the line in the future, what sorts we see as positives, what we do to help each other, can do to improve the lives of each other and people coming with dementia, what we can do for fundraising awareness. But a lot of the meetings will chat and just getting to talk to each other and basically passing an hour or so talking to each other and getting to know each other better. Because generally speaking, when we meet each other in these rooms and different meetings around Northern Ireland, we tend to stay within our own little groups as Belfast, as Enniskillen, Omagh, Derry groups. But now I feel there'll be a lot more openness and friendliness between us where we're going to start mixing with each other to know each other better, which can only be for the benefit of everybody within the organisation. I know a lot of work goes on behind the scenes with the Zoom meetings and the girls working away and getting things set up. And it is truly appreciated from all the members, most definitely. But none of us had ever heard tell of Zoom before this. And what a fantastic situation, you know, fantastic app. And the organised things where Zoom, where the girls have been organising songs and the poetry readings, and with a magic show to look forward to this week as well. So, you know, there's a lot more going on than just meetings and saying hello to each other. There's a heck of a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of serious work, and it is all truly appreciated.
Thank you. It's good to hear. Thank you. Obviously, we're talking about one certain platform that we're using on the internet, and that is by endorsing that. There are plenty of other ways of video calling through the World Wide Web, so we're not by any means advertising one organisation.
No.
I know, I'm joking.
We found just with this particular app, because there's so many members come together on it, it's crystal clear for our purpose, for what we want. But as you say, there are other ones, but this is a very good app for us.
I'm just joking. So you were talking about the In the Same Boat group
Yes.
through Facebook. Tell me a bit about that.
Facebook is something I wouldn't normally bother with. I would use it now and again. The page In the Same Boat, because it's such a private and restricted thing, we're working away on that. The members can come on at any time themselves and they can put up comments and photos and just talk to each other generally. We can even arrange little meetups through the apps to talk. We have a live page with each other privately. So that's all been linked into the In the Same Boat page, and it's a fantastic benefit for each and every one of us. But as I say, generally speaking, doesn't be my portal because I'd be kept out busy during the day, and I would only go on it basically very late at night or early hours of the morning. But I found big benefits in that page. It's nice to put little comments down and get in touch with people that way.
Okay, so another thing that Dementia and I have sent out to you all activity packs.
Yes.
You got sunflower seeds. How is your sunflower going?
I just had a feeling you were going to mention that today. We put
I'm
the
not competitive in the slightest, am I?
Oh no, we'll see the competitive face now in a moment. I put the sunflowers out in the garden a week ago today, and I was checking them 2 days ago, and the slugs have got at them, started eating the leaves. So I put them back in the pot and brought them back in again to try and save them. I was chatting to Paul in the Omen today. The same thing happened with him, but the slugs have completely destroyed his. They've ate the roots, the shoots, the leaves, everything's gone. He has lost everything, whereas at least I've managed to save mine so far. But currently they're about 4 to 5 inches tall, and they're flowering very, very well. The leaves are coming out good and strong, but I've got a few away around the edges of the leaves. So fingers crossed I've been able to save them.
Well, that's good. That's a positive for you. Do you know what? I'm actually really glad to hear that, because I put a few of mine out to see if they grow, and then see if lungs. I was raging.
I think, well, then again, we're all in the same boat again.
Exactly.
Paul has lost everything yesterday. We were talking about this yesterday. These things happen. It's all a great thing. These activity packs are a great thing to receive in the post, and complete surprise for everybody. But I think the sunflower seeds more than has really got everybody's competitive edge up, and everybody's really trying hard to get these sunflowers growing. But I think if only one member have success, it's a success for all. The competition is there. We're having a bit of fun through the whole thing, so isn't that what it's all about?
Totally, very much so, yeah. So tell me a wee bit about any advice that you might have for somebody else living with dementia at this time, who might be watching this and experiencing something similar as in their lockdown experience. Maybe they're having a really tough time.
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
I would say basically try and keep the lines of communication open. Don't bottle things up. It's easily said, so easy to say, it sounds like words, but I've been down that road myself from experience. Don't bottle things up. Try and talk to people. Definitely, if you're feeling on a low day, talk to somebody, talk to a family member, get in touch with somebody. Definitely don't hold things within you, because that little seed that you plant in yourself will grow, and it'll make things far worse. So keep the lines of communication open as much as possible. Definitely.
Thank you. So again, if there are other people with dementia watching this video that we're doing here today, Dementia NI is a membership organisation. Obviously, we're an open door.
Yes.
We welcome other people to come on board. What would you say to people who are watching this and are quite interested in actually getting involved in Dementia NI, and maybe they'd like to come and join everybody and get involved in what we're doing at the moment?
Well, for everybody with Dementia NI, whether you have dementia or whether you're looking to volunteer to come on board to work with the girls, it's an absolutely fantastic organisation. Go and try each day. The membership is a very friendly membership. We're all at various stages. We're all at various stages. And there is nothing unique about any of us, because each and every one of us has been through the same thing. The girls that work in the... We don't ever say how much we appreciate them, but we know how much work is going on behind the scenes on our behalf. And there's a massive task in organising these tasks to try and keep us going. Fundraising is another thing. We're always looking for volunteers and help with fundraising, because we are an independent. We don't receive state charity. So it's a massive, massive help to try and keep these things flowing. We're always looking for something to do. We are all physically bodied. We're all able to do things. So if you feel that you could benefit Dementia NI, certainly approach and make inquiries. You won't be rejected. And if you feel you need help with dementia, we're all here to help each other. What we're going through, as I say, we're at different stages, and we're just a small organisation that's trying to make a difference. The group themselves back our voices and give us back that bit of power. We're trying to make changes as much for people coming behind us with dementia as we possibly can, and make life easy.
Stephen, it's been a real pleasure to speak to you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ashleigh. It's always a pleasure to talk.
Thank you.